I punched Cyberfrog into the Twitter search engine just so I thought I could do some salt mining, and I was rewarded. I found this Mr. Batman who I've seen chiming up about Comicsgate before, and why these people are so worked up about Comicsgate. Just, it's not, it has, Brie Larson says, it's not made for you. Just move on. When I hear the Comicsgate echo chamber say Cyberfrog is better than anything being produced by Marvel or DC, that's not even remotely true. Except he doesn't, he didn't order the books, he doesn't have it in front of him, and he is not mentioning projects that are better than Cyberfrog. I mean, how do you compare something when you don't have the book in front of you? Salty much? Yeah, of course you're salty and jealous. And he says, I make more money and I love what I do. Okay, congratulations. Then do what you love and stop being threatened by independent creators giving us what we want. Why does that scare them or threaten them so much? The concept of, listen, Marvel and DC are not giving a pretty good percentage of the audience what they want. So an alternative, maybe because it's capitalism. When a company is not serving your needs, another company will come up and give you what you want. And I guess these people are very much against that idea. I haven't received my copy yet, so I can't comment on the writing. But as for the art, yes, Ethan, from what I've seen, is at the top of his game. I didn't actually say anything about the art, only the writing. But so you're saying you ordered the Cyberfrog and you don't like the writing? I somehow doubt you ordered the book. If you ordered the book, show us the book that you ordered in your hands and point out the parts of the story you don't like. And it's really kind of silly because you could sell it on eBay for more than you bought it for. Yeah, of course you're mad. I don't know why these people are so worked up about Ethan. The thing is, Ethan is not some far-right guy. He's kind of a moderate, just a normie. So, like, when someone is far-right and they're obvious a troll, they kind of get ignored, like Milo Yiannopoulos, because you know what he is right off the bat. When there's someone who's kind of more of a moderate, they get attacked because they seem more reasonable. Like a moderate might bring in people from the left to their side of the argument, but someone on the far side, like Milo, is not going to do that. So that's why moderates are so dangerous. I heard that it was better than most books put out by the big two. Art-wise, this looks to be true. Batman says, not writing, it's not. But I don't understand. You probably didn't order the book because you really don't sound like a fan. So how do you know what the writing is like? And the art is debatable. There are a lot of great art still in the big two. Besides, comics aren't just pictures. The story matters too. And even his friend, that Star Wars girl, couldn't defend it. Okay, well, you don't have it in front of you. I don't think you bought it. And as for Star Wars Girl not giving it rave reviews, it's like she said in the beginning. She said, Batman and Superman and Spider-Man were what she considered superheroes. The frog thing is not the concept that she can get behind. Ordinarily, I might just off the cuff agree with her, but I went back and I read some of the 90s Cyberfrogs, and it was really good. He's a really good, obviously he's a solid artist, but he's a really funny writer. He writes kind of like he talks. He's a funny guy. It may not be for everyone, but I think I think a majority of the people would find it very entertaining. So, Star Wars Girl, I guess I didn't watch her whole review. There's just too much on YouTube to keep track of, but she didn't love it. That's fine. You don't have to love it. And then Nerd Zerker says, explain to me why I haven't found a Marvel comic I can enjoy in 2 years, and I couldn't find a DC comic to enjoy in 1 year. The only American comic I'm currently buying is Vampirella. All else I read is manga. I used to buy $120 a month. Maybe get off your ass and look. You clearly haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Keep repeating what others tell you to. Well, why don't you point out the books that you think are awesome, which someone actually does down below in the books I read manga too, but Marvel DC both have good comics. Maybe you're burnt out if you read relaunches. I started reading. I've read all. Okay. What turned me off was that they injected politics. So this guy Quad 92 doesn't mention the books that he does like. Yeah, they injected politics. There was no escapism anymore. Yeah, fair enough. They definitely did. But someone down here does. I'll take an awesome Donny Cates Venom book over Poor Man's Battletoads. Also, Spider-Man was phenomenal. Life story. Okay. Don't get me wrong, Cyberfrog doesn't look very interesting to me either, but current year Marvel has become so garbage, the bar to top them is low. Their days are numbered. These are some hard-hitting truths. Disney isn't going to let the comics branch run in the red forever. They probably will, because I think they need to maintain the IPs. They've already outsourced a Spidey comic. Okay, and this Squad 92 comes back and says this. I don't know about that. I think Marvel has bangers like Miss Marvel, garbage. Immortal Hulk, racist garbage. The bad guys are always white, blonde hair, blue-eyed. Avengers, not that familiar with, depends what one they're talking about. Punisher, Thor, garbage. Valkyrie, Miles Morales. You probably shouldn't have led with Miss Marvel. If you think Miss Marvel and Immortal Hulk, if you think those are bangers, we're on different pages. But again, hey, if you like those books, you buy those books. I don't know what Miss Marvel is selling at. It's like a 10th issue. It's probably selling under 10,000. That's not very good. Shows little Cyberfrog art. Looks very good. You can't knock the art. And then they show you a little Marvel art. The Soider-Man. The Soy Spider-Man. Oh, what's this? Squirrel Girl. Yeah, that's fantastic. And America Chavez. Hey, look, America Chavez. Lesbian, birthed from 2 lesbian parents. So you're really marketing to your audience, the 1%. Yeah, clearly you're salty. Thanks for helping to demonstrate how stupid Comic Gate cucks are. Now run back to Ethan, tell him you tried to defend him. He doesn't need any defending. He sold 800,000 issues. Anyway, art-wise, no one can touch Ethan coming from the big two. Not even Jim Lee at this point, because Jim only pencils. The final embellishment comes from Scott William. EVS is straight to inks. Yeah, you can't knock the art, and I don't understand how you're knocking the story. If there's a part of the story you don't like, then you should have brought that up, but that would have meant that you bought the book, and come on, who are you kidding? You didn't buy the book. I've enjoyed the Comics Gate and indie books I read in the last year. Jawbreakers, My Hero, Macadamia, The Ferryman by Sean Campbell, much more than I've enjoyed any big 2 books in the last 5. I think Cyberfrog won't break that streak. Yeah, you're getting ratioed. Why is Comicsgate so successful and the SJW books are not? Because the SJW books, people talk about them, and they will give you retweets and likes and clicks because those don't cost anything. But when it comes down to it, the people who are actually buying Squirrel Girl or Miss Marvel or Ironheart. Oh, somebody down below is talking about how much they like Ironheart. Well, Ironheart sold like 9,000 copies. They're not actually buying these books. They will give you the free retweets and the free likes, but they're not actually going to go to the store and buy them. Oh, and then he says, and he lists exactly 0 examples of what he thinks is better. Okay, maybe, oops. Yeah, I'm not signed in. I'm not signed in because I don't have an account, because Twitter is evil. Where does this... That's a better story than Cyberfrog, but you haven't read it. Anything being produced by Marvel. Yeah, the art looks damned amazing. Can't think of a Marvel book that looks as good. No, I can't either. Him says he'll never work again. He'll never reach his funding goals. He'll never reach his stretch goals. He'll never finish it. He'll never send it out. Yeah, well, it's not better than everything Marvel and DC have ever produced. And then under show more replies, there's like dozens of these replies. Okay, there are dozens under the show more replies, which means that it's just the way Twitter does things. If you're not a far left person, they will try to shadow ban you as much as they can. And this guy's pointing out Riri Williams' Ironheart, which is hot trash. There's nothing to get excited about, and the sales reflect that. And Quad 92 says, I love the Ironheart comic. Okay, so you're one of 9,000 that loves the Ironheart comic. He says, it's been getting positive reviews. The sales are low, that's all. You can just not read it if you don't like it. Well, yeah, okay, all those arguments apply to your side, too. If you don't like Cyberfrog, obviously just don't read it. Why are you giving them free publicity? This is definitely 3D, 4D chess. It's been getting positive reviews, but the sales are low. Okay, that's the Rotten Tomatoes situation all over again. When the shills in the industry give things positive reviews, but the sales are low. Well, that means you're lying. You're lying to the audience. If those positive reviews were merited, sales would be high. This next argument is, or because the sales are low because the quality of the product is awful. True. And then Quad comes and says, or because physical media is going downhill, unfortunately. People are reading online for free. It's not fact that it's bad. That's on you. Cyberfrog Blood Honey sold well, refuting his point. And you don't understand. If physical medium sales are going down, how come Comicsgate is going up? Anyway, this is, you can salt mine on Twitter all you want. There's actually there's tons of these articles. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next episode.